What's good in the hood, y'all? I know y'all didn't expect me to come back. I gotta talk about Kylie Rodni. There's a lot of stuff that I want to review, so I don't see anybody else live, and I want to keep Kylie Rodni's name out there as much as possible. So we gonna get this. I'm gonna watch commentary and listen to the Kylie Rodni content that's out there because I feel she deserves a stream of her own. Let's get it, y'all.
Hey, crazy.
One thing I work really hard on is vetting all information given to me. Sometimes information is impossible to vet. When somebody blocks you, it makes you think that that information could possibly be a fact. So let's get into my last video and then we'll go over some messages.
Get it. Yo, when I saw this, Cece, girl, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing good things. Hold on a second. Let me get my chat up here. For whatever reason, it's not loading. Let me get it loaded. Let me get my chat loaded. I don't know if y'all can hear me. My chat's not loading for whatever reason. Hold on one second. I'm having technical difficulties. I can't tell if anybody's in here or not. I could be talking to myself. My chat's not loading for some reason. Why? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. No, it's not. Why is my docs not working? Let me try it this way. There it is. What up, Jenny Pooh? How you doing, Liberty Justice? How's everybody doing? I feel that this needs to happen. Give me 1 second. Let me fix my OBS. So pretty much what I'm doing, I'm just gonna review Kylie Rodni content. Some of it I will just let play. But I'll probably commentary on it. I think Kylie's name needs to remain out there. I don't see Miss G live, so I'm doing it. I'm getting it. Let me just get headphones. That's one thing I forgot to do. So let me get my headphones on. If y'all want me to, I'll turn my camera on, but I don't feel it's necessary. The focus is Kylie Rodni, not me. Let me just make sure my audio's hooked up. And then while we watch this, I don't know if I'm going to work on some art or order shirts, or if I'm just going to, I think I might just focus on Kylie. Yeah, I have questions too. That's why I think, look, the more people that are collectively talking about this, I know that these videos are somebody else's content. They need to keep being put out there. Even if they're new, I see all of these videos on Kylie that are just not getting the views that they need to. And if I can drive people to watch this stuff, or even promote people to watch it through my channel, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Because, well, we're gonna get to Mrs. G's in a minute. That was my main focus. Because what Miss G says last night on her live, like, I really want to hyper focus on that. But this right here, this is important. All right, y'all, I'm gonna rewind it and let's get it. I think the audio is good now. Hold on. Nope, it's not. Hold on. Let me fix it. Audio technicalities. Hold on, just 1 second. I have so many screens. Come on, man. Sound settings. Why won't my headphones work? Playback. Speakers, because my headphones aren't connected for some reason. What? They are too. Bluetooth is on. Connect these bitches. There we go. I heard it that time. Y'all can still hear it? Audio good, y'all? Song's a bop, dude. Yep. Me either. That's sus, ain't it?
Crazy.
It is very sus. I'm gonna pause this right here. And the reason why I say that is because the people that have reached out to me on their own, like Cody Milne and certain people that didn't say, hey, keep me anonymous. What do you mean audio? No, it's not. Okay, audio is good. Okay. But I've noticed the people that have reached out to me, when you ask them specific questions or when they kind of feel like they got themselves put in a corner, they either A, start to lash out, or B, block you or ghost you. And it's very, very odd. It's very odd. Like, that's not behavior of an accident. Yeah, let's get into it.
One thing I work really hard on is vetting all information given to me. Sometimes
She
information is
does.
impossible to vet. When somebody blocks you, it makes you think that that information could possibly be a fact.
Look, and sometimes it is hard to vet, and even if I can't vet it, I still want to talk about it and discuss it and bring it to other people's. Ooh, yeah, I ain't liking this temperature drop. By tomorrow, it's gonna be -1. I'm not excited about that, but hey.
So let's get into my last video and we'll go over some messages.
Yes, let's do. Okay, says, any chance you were at the party last summer? If so, any chance you want to talk about it? Let's get it. Get it. Fucking love CC, dude. Remember this? Remember this video? Yeah. Okay. Remember that question? Kylie wasn't just seen up at Sanctuary, right? Down by the water, you say? Yeah, dare you to tell the truth for Kylie Rodni. Like, and it's weird. They start telling the truth and then they get scared and then they backpedal or ghost you. It's weird. I'd like to know who all hid what from law enforcement. And what law enforcement possibly helped them hide it. I would like to know that. The law enforcement, if you are unaware these kids are hiding shit from you, they're hiding shit from you. If you actually did proper investigations, yeah. And the thing of it is this is why I pay attention to information collectively. Because collectively, if you pay attention to it, it starts to go together. It really starts to go together. And if you, I know a lot of people won't listen to Miss G. I fucking rep Miss G. Miss G is the shit. There are a couple few details that I don't exactly, like it don't fit quite yet. But most of what Miss G is saying, Miss Lady is spot on. There's just a couple few things that I think could be off, but they could not be, you know? But I think between CC and Miss G, they're about the most accurate that you're going to get. We're going to get into it tonight.
Now, I want to start off this video by stating those clips in the very beginning of this video have nothing to do with
Yeah, they don't. Nothing to do with Kylie.
I just wanted to break up the monotony of all the same videos that I've already posted. As some of you know, I went out to Prosser on Christmas Day to bring Kylie a memorial and a little Christmas tree.
No, it's not lead cats. Not at all.
Then, so I do not have any recent clips out there. So a while back, I had messaged...
Yeah, and that's what's crazy is nobody wants to talk about the party that was down by the water. Some kids have. Some let it slip out down by the water. Is that why Megan insists that that Kylie was parked by the water and kicked her car into neutral and it went in the water? Megan knows too. Sorry, but you do. You can pretend like you don't all you want. You said too much in the beginning to not know nothing. Sorry. Sammy knows. And then I've been really thinking about these cameras, okay? And if we put in there that these cameras are an accurate depiction of what happened that night, it does go along with the fucking timeline. It does. Absolutely goes along with the timeline. It's just for me, I don't see a car go on the water. However, if you take the Alder Hill camera footage from the party that night, it explains that kids lied and said the party was much bigger than what it really was. Everything that was put out there is to take the heat off of Sammy and friends. Is to distract you away. Yes, I am fully fucking aware that there is a trafficking problem in that area. And Kylie shed a whole lot of light on trafficking. But I don't think Kylie was trafficked. I think all of the information that was put out there was to distract you away from the prime suspect. That's my opinion. And I'm sticking to it. Like, I understand a lot of people believe that she was trafficked or that she's still alive. I do not. Do not. I don't. I think they weaponized trafficking going on as something for leverage to focus you away from the very big possibility that Kylie Rodni was murdered, was killed, that a drug overdose promoted to the death of her. Somebody caused her death and then disposed of her. I do not believe that this child did it to herself. And I'm still waiting for some type of fact that they put out there that she did this to herself, because nothing points at that.
Somebody on Instagram, and I've always said you're not going to have an answer unless you ask questions. So
look, the only thing that points to trafficking is all these people that inserted into everything. You know, first the kids are trying to say she's abducted. Then you got this guy saying that he saw her car the next day. I'm not saying that there weren't spottings of cars hiding in bushes. I firmly believe that there were. Was it her car that they were hiding out with her in the back of it? I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is it sounds a whole lot like a whole lot of people came out, and even friends were coerced to imply that Kylie was snatched by strangers, when it's possible that she was snatched by people that were at the party. Friends. Alleged friends. Yeah, guilty knowledge. Absolutely. And how nobody is coming forward like they made a pact, like some pact was made that night. That's why I want to get into Miss G's live, because between Cece, what I've been saying, what Ninja has been relentless on, and then you have Miss G and me and numerous people that are finally starting to put it together. And I notice when we start putting things together is when like trolls come out or a new person comes out on YouTube to deflect you and distract you and suck you in and get you distracted away from your purpose. Yeah, we're back. Yeah, I can't not just have a live for Kylie. Like, I feel this is very necessary. There are too many videos out there right now, current today, that we need to go over. So we're gonna do some scroll reviews of content that's out there about Kylie right now.
My hopes were low that I would get a response back, but at the same time,
check out these responses, dude.
As you know, I'm not going to dox anybody. I'm not going to release any
mad respect.
Everything is cut out of these.
Get it, girl.
Just to protect their identity.
Do it your way. I respect it. Okay.
Before, I will never
hold up. Let's go back. Let's go back.
Just to protect.
Because this is important. Okay. Okay. Who is this?
Now,
hold on. I don't know. Why is that doing that?
Never post something that is
hold on, let me do something. I don't know why that's showing on there. Let me see if I make a big screen if it takes it away. Nope, it won't. Okay, it makes it worse. Oh. They're asking her about the party last summer. Who is this and what party last summer? The one at the sanctuary. You started following me last night, so I figured it wouldn't hurt to ask. I've been covering the Kylie's case since last September. Person responds, oh shit, really? Wasn't she on coke and drove into the lake?
Identity. Now, as I've stated before,
I was there, but when we couldn't find her, knew the story the next day. You don't say.
Post something that is absolutely going to jeopardize.
It's like they made sure they got their stories right. I don't know. It's crazy. Do you remember if it was up at the sanctuary or down by the water? I just don't believe she drove in. Like, we all know Prosser roads, and the road isn't a way she would have gone or taken to get home. Accidents happen. I totally get it. It's just so truly heartbreaking, okay? This person responds, water, okay? The party was by the water. Then I have a problem also with the camera footage of, if you look at the angle, the actual trajectory, you know, that's where the trajectory should be. The angle of the cameras, where the party was at, you're not going to capture that part of Oil Pan Hill. Like, it's out of view. And anything down in there, you can't see. All you see is the tree line. And if you zoom in on it, like, you can literally see people standing in that tree line taking pictures at the time that this car goes near the water. So, I have questions, you know? And then when you have people that do come forward, that do the right thing and being honest that the party was by the water. Because if you look at some of the pictures that leaked out there, that are like pictures taken from Prosser Family Campground towards the party, you can see all the dirt being kicked up. You can see all the headlights. You can see a bigger party, but it's not no party of 300-400 people. It's not. Maximum 100. Okay. I think the number that they originally came out with could have been close to how many people originally, I don't know, showed up at this party. I don't think it was more than 100. And then a mass exodus. We'll get into the mass exodus. We'll get into the actual timeline. I think it's time we focus on the timeline. Like, the timeline is really starting to make sense for me. Okay? She responds, water. But I wasn't thinking about it, like, thought she needed a sec. I can guess who this could be. So they were down by the water. Something happened because I wasn't thinking about it, like, thought she needed a sec. So is this where she, like, fell, or something happened and she fell down and she needed a second to get back up? Or I don't know what's going on here, okay? And they also respond, it is, trust me, I don't think it was an accident. I mean, it's a huge possibility, but I don't know.
Justice in any way. And I did make an effort to contact Nevada County Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
My phone call.
This person saw her once. I feel that the cops in the search party could have done a way better job. Way better, you know? And then it makes me wonder, okay, so they're claiming, and if you look at the Donner cams the very next day before they turn them, there is nobody looking for her but one fucking vehicle, and it's not law enforcement. I'm gonna assume that it was the friends that they didn't see her at Starbucks. But that car stays there for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours before that camera too gets turned. Which makes me realize they were fully aware that those cameras were there. They had no reason to turn them. With the way that those cameras are, someone purposely turned those cameras. In my opinion. Because first you got Prosser that just before 10 a.m. could hit, before that sun fully rose, like, I'm talking, you could see it up until, like, the mist formed, the sun started coming up, the mist started forming on the water, fog, whatever you want to call it, and then the camera turns. And then if you look at the Donner cams, it's all blurry and weird and wonky, can't see really much of a party. You could have from that angle, but it magically kept getting blurry, which is really weird to me. Kept getting blurry all night long. And then the daytime footage, after the sun rose, the fog dissipates, you can see a car parked where Sanctuary is, right down the hill from Sanctuary. And it is a silver SUV. I don't know if it's Zanime. I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's Kylie's car. I don't know if it's a friend's car. Somebody is parked there for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. If y'all want to see that footage, go watch the video that I uploaded. I think it's called, like, 2 cams or 4 cams or 4 dates or something like that. 4 dates, 2 cams or something like that. I forget what the hell it's called. That video.
Call was not returned and has...
All of the data is out there, y'all. We just have to piece it together. That's all. And prime suspect has always been the same for me. It has never wavered. If anything, it's getting more solid for me.
Not been returned since then. So
Okay, this person keeps asking her how old she is. So your old messages aren't true. I'm confused. No, when I saw her, I never talked to her. Who are you again? Oh, sorry, didn't mean talk. Didn't catch that. You're good.
I am not sure if it was public knowledge that Kylie was seen
You're still on this. I'm proud of you, but damn.
at the water. Now, I can't state this as...
Why does this person keep asking her how old she is? Like, it's so weird. No CHP report still. Accident should have been an easy report, so I've not stopped. And it should have. Like, if it was an accident, it should have been pretty cut and dry. Like, that accident report should have been done before that autopsy was finalized. It was an accident. I just feel like they're buying time to make it look like an accident, in my opinion. No accident report takes this fucking long. Sorry. Do you know how many accidents that happened after Kylie's that they've done and already finished? This is in order. They're supposed to do these in order as they happen. Not pick and choose which ones they're going to do first. And then to see them buy more time and then buy more time. Well, this time they can't buy no more time. Like, they have to release. And I just have a feeling a lot of shit's going to be redacted. I really do. I think it's not going to make a lick of sense. But they're going to try to sell us an accident again.
Fact, but I can state it as somebody's opinion that was at the party. Actually there.
We like opinions. Yep.
So this is something I wanted to share with you guys. You can take it as you wish. You don't ever have to take anything I say as a fact.
I don't disagree with you, John. I think it was a group effort, though. I really do. And then to try to keep it out of the media or keep the information limited, I think that's why they hired PR people like April Cole and Linda Lucetti. Why they had the spokespeople they did, like community chamber members and shit like that, were speaking on behalf of this. It's very odd. It's very odd. I mean, they kind of told on themselves by being out there in the media, and, you know, eventually the connections are going to be made. Y'all can keep retiring or stepping down or getting promoted, whatever's going on. But all guilty people eventually get found out.
But this is something I thought everybody should know. Because honestly, depending on the timing of that sighting, that could completely...
Yeah, and they won't clarify. Like, you have divers that dove on it that aren't sure of what they saw in the first place. But you have glass on the scene. Was that glass busted out from the vehicle that hit her? Because it looks like something happened to her hood, something happened to her windshield, something happened to the roof of her car. And then y'all try to distract us with flipping the car and fucking up the mirror and fucking up the door to make us not pay attention to all the other damage. The fog light, the whole manifold that holds the fog light, all that shit's ripped off the fucking car. And then you got kids out here telling us, look for bumpers, look for parts, look for the... Why? Did they fall off your car? Like, what? And in my opinion, and this is the only place that Miss G and I kind of part ways before coming back together again, is Miss G thinks the car went in that night. I think a panic ensued. They tried to hide the car to buy time to figure out what the fuck they were going to do and how they could make it look like an accident and blame it on Kylie, rather than doing the right thing and being honest. You can see where the panic ensues. You can see it in real time. It's all there. All right, so I'm going to just move on to Ninja Chihuahua videos because these are so super important, y'all. I'm going to drop the link to Cece's video, if it'll let me, in the chat. I know everybody's subscribed to Cece, but I'm still dropping her link in chat. These next videos are all Ninja Chihuahua. Pay attention.
Well, I'll let you take it from the top. Who's Kylie, Rodni? Let's go back to the beginning, I guess, real quick. Just give us a rundown.
Totally.
What's the actual question here? What's the expected answer?
We already
And they're
know
so
prior
well
to
done.
this interview that Kylie is a 16-year-old girl who went missing from a party. This isn't what the question means.
Mm-mm.
Imagine someone is telling you about a recent event in their life and they mention a person who you're not familiar with. You're going to ask, who's Jane? Or whatever their name is. What you're really asking here is, who is this person to you? What is the social and emotional connection? You're not asking for their life history or a rundown of personal traits. You're expecting the answer to make connections for you.
If my stuff lags for a second, it's because I'm trying to open Illustrator while this runs. And I'm also going to pay attention to see if Miss G goes live or R or anybody, so.
How do they fit in? The answer is usually going to be in relation to where you know them from. How or why did you connect with them emotionally? And most likely, how long you've known them.
Yep.
Let's say, for example, that I'm explaining who my friend Betty is. Okay, I don't actually know anyone called Betty, but this is just an example.
Yep, give us a good example,
I tell
though.
you that Betty was my friend from primary school.
Yep.
I offered to let her sit with me on her first day as a new student in grade 6. And we instantly connected because we were both introverts and became totally inseparable. I might relate some personal experiences, like that she taught me how to ride a bike, just to create more of a picture of how we connected.
Get it,
But I'm
Ninchi.
not going to just spout random information that doesn't show a personal connection. Like,
This so much.
she had great taste in clothes.
Yep.
Or she liked to be organised. Or she collected novelty erasers. My answers are going to include words like I, we, us, because I'm showing you who she is to me. So let's listen to what Sammy has to say about who is Kylie.
Yes, let's listen.
Yeah, so Kylie is one of my close friends. We met through mutual friends, and we became closer in the past year to coming months recently, and...
Very vague. Dude, and like, how she has to say 3 different answers for one. What up, Jade? How you doing, babe?
She is just a lot.
We're just doing squirrely reviews. I feel like I didn't do Kylie any justice by not. I totally forgot to play these, number 1. Number 2, like, I wanted to go over Miss G's things, but I had to take a break because I had to get a couple things done. And then I figured while I was sitting here and working on graphics, which in a few minutes, like when I switch, I'm going to play these full screen like I am right now. And then I'm going to minimize the screen since it'll just be Miss G's icon. And then I'm going to show you my other screen while I work in Adobe Illustrator. I'm working on a, I don't know if I'm going to do a 2-tone shirt, 3-tone shirt, how I'm doing it. But for now, like, I have an image of Kylie's portrait vectorized. I'm going to work on that while we listen in on Miss G, and I kind of review it and talk with her as we go through.
Light in a lot of people's lives. She's
but first
wonderful.
This.
She's smiling all the time. She's caring. She's beautiful. She's...
You're not even connected. You're not even there, Sammy. You're just fucking regurgitating something. Like, this does not feel like you're connected to Kylie by any fucking means.
There for anybody who has ever...
Hi, Miss G.
She's very outgoing. She's outdoorsy, too. She loves the water.
I absolutely love your live from last night. You are, like, I'm feeling, Miss G, I'm feeling like you're, like, 95% spot on with your analogy of, and your reviews of what you think is. So I'm going to review your live from last night. I hope you don't mind. I'm doing it anyway, even if you do. Simply because it needs to be out there.
She loves to sing. Her voice is just amazing, too. And she's just a beautiful girl, and we all miss her a lot, and so...
Yep, nothing is personal here. Nothing. Miss G. Yeah, it's nothing personal here. And that's the thing, is like, there's no eyes, there's no really any we's there. There's no, she's depersonalizing it. She's detaching herself from it. And she's speaking as a whole instead of making it personal for her. And everybody sees it. Even Kylie's real friends came forward and said, Sammy, you and Kylie aren't friends. Like, who the fuck are you fooling? Which makes you wonder what happened at that party that night. Look, I'm just going to say it this way. I don't need the fire cams because there's so much other information that points to the prime suspects and the people that witnessed. And like all of the things that have happened, it explains why Sammy Smith is the only person that got a criminal defense lawyer. Yeah, Jade, truly. That's yes. Yeah, it's like a spokesperson presented with her with something to say, or that she aspires to be like a spokesperson, and she's speaking on behalf of other people, not her connection with Kylie. That's to last year to coming months recently. Sorry, teenagers don't talk like that. Somebody that is personal with somebody does not talk like that. Well, she wasn't shocked. She wasn't looking for her. Like, this bitch is out here doing scavenger hunts, and it makes you wonder, during these scavenger hunts, was she hiding things, not looking for things? Scavenger hunt, like, you know, hiding it from the police for them to someday find it? Who knows? Somebody should go look and dig and do a little bit of, you know, take your little metal detectors out there and see if you don't find a phone buried in the sand at Donner or somewhere. I don't know. Sammy, you better go dig up your fucking bullshit. You know, we don't know if she possibly could have taken that phone on her little road trip across country. You know, don't know. But they sure can track it. They can track her locations. In my opinion, what I see in the hug now, I think that Lindsay was going to have charges filed on her for letting her child go to a party, be there after hours. They probably tried to say it's your fault that, you know, blah, 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 your fault, instead of, you know, because they want to twist, like, I see how they twisted it on her. And I think her hug was her thinking that Sammy was saving her ass. Meanwhile, I think what they did was dug dirt up on Tony to dangle that over. I don't know. There's some type of blackmail is going on there, and I can't tell you what the blackmail is because I don't know. I haven't dug that deep yet. Someday that'll come out too. But I feel they manipulated a grieving mother. And I think in that manipulation, she had a lot against her. Remember, she said, we don't want to see anybody else get in trouble. So I think there was some deals made, in my opinion. They're all, I'm sorry, they all seem guilty of something, even if it's guilty knowledge. Like, you've had all this time to come forward. I hope they've gone to the FBI. I hope they've talked to somebody that they could trust outside of their counties. Because eventually this case is going to crack wide open. And there's going to be no stopping it. I've been telling people do the right thing by telling the truth and taking a plea deal. Or by ratting somebody out. And that's their choice when it comes to it. You know, it's not my problem. My problem is making sure this child gets her justice. The date of the hug was the 9th, I think. Yeah, it wasn't the indoor press conference on the 9th, and then again on... But that one specifically, I think, is indoor. It's either the 9th or the... What was it, the 11th or the 11th they did the other one? Yeah, and that's the thing, is like, all of these things that were said around it, and the one thing that really totally sticks out for me, White Rain, is in an accident and something that's somebody else's fault, you're not going to tell people, admit, like, I feel like they kind of like did some dirty shit where they got blackmail on each other or somehow forced everybody to be involved in it. So if one person went down, they all went down. I don't know what's going on at. But when she said, I will take your names to jail, that was it for me, dude. Like, that solidified for me that there is no way possible that this is a fucking accident. Look how far we've come, Angel. All of these people that fell off stopped digging, stopped paying attention, stopped asking questions. Like, literally all we need is the proper agents, a DA, a medical examiner that will look at it. Eventually somebody will. It might not be Placer or Nevada County. I mean, if they were smart, a DA in those areas, even in San Francisco, I look at it this way. With the people that I'm telling that are telling people, that's all I'm going to say with that. I do believe it's being looked into. I do. I believe that there's a lot of people looking. I think the guilty parties pay attention as well. Ooh, yeah, that is right. They were singing. Okay.
This is what happens when you prioritize sensitivity over transparency and getting to the truth. You might think you're doing the right thing by withholding information that could potentially be embarrassing or make someone sad. But in reality, people are not stupid. They pick up that you're cutting out information.
Like, I think once Miss G, I think once people start to realize that there's a very big possibility that this isn't Kylie and this, I think a lot more is going to start making sense for people. I know it's starting to make sense for me.
That you're editing information and then they try to fill in the gaps. And if they're clever,
I think they had to tell you that Kylie had all these different outfits on. That way, by the time the autopsy came, we'd be confused on what jewelry she was supposed to be wearing or what clothes she should have been wearing.
They will come up with creative ways to fill in those gaps.
Yep.
And that's where you run into problems.
Creative way to fill in a gap right here.
Is the best policy.
Because they didn't have much of shit for a timeline other than Pap seeing her around noon and Kate last seeing her at 4. And then you have a huge gap in time where this picture don't make a lick of sense when it should be a surveillance footage to prove that it's Kylie. Then you have people claiming, like, see, I think Mags, the reason why she was only at the party for 10 minutes is because they knew she couldn't lie. Because they knew she would break under pressure. I mean, look at her breaking down. Her friend went missing and she actually broke down. Does she know what happened to her in them moments? I don't know. That's for her to tell a judge and be a witness, you know? But I really truly wish that these people, while it's where it's at, would reach out to somebody that could reach out to somebody that could ensure that you're protected and take these fucking scumbags down.
The police should have been upfront with all the information, even if it was embarrassing, even if they would have gotten pilloried.
Hi, Tracy. How you doing, babe?
Pearl-clutching press. They should have put everything out there so that you don't have this distrust later.
Well, and that's the thing is, I think the information they did put out there, because it didn't feel like proper information, it felt like they were feeding us bullshit. That they were, I don't know, keeping us distracted away from the facts.
And this mistrust might be well placed. The question is,
pro bono,
how far does it go? Was there any other information that was cut out besides information that was cut out of a misguided attempt to be sensitive to the victim? For example, was information cut out to avoid police?
And I think that's part of their plan, okay? So this area has a very well-known trafficking problem. I think they use that They weaponize the fact that they have trafficking issues because okay, look at all of the people that were inserted in it, okay? All of the people inserted in it are implying that she was trafficked. Nick tow truck guy, implying she was trafficked. All of these teens at the beginning, implying she was trafficked. All of the information put out there, Salacia saying, I'm sorry, implies that she was trafficked. And I think that's the distraction away from actual suspects. Just like the party that grew from 100 to 200 to 300 to 400, the more people you have, the easier it is to distract away from the last people that, I don't know, had the last call to her. All of these videos that Ninja's putting out are super, super, super fucking important.
It's embarrassment. Because now you're actually carving out information that could lead to a killer or kidnapper.
Yep.
Or a third party.
Yeah.
That did exist.
We didn't get no real pictures of Kylie other than the ones that they presented to us from other places. No pictures of a party, no surveillance, okay? Then we got stock images of her car. No real pictures other than the one picture that... Can Pap come forward and say, yeah, that was a picture of her car in the snow? Like, that's the thing, is like, all of this misinformation they put out there, and then they wonder why internet sleuths saw the holes in their cheese? Yeah, and I just... See, I think she was cremated to cover up evidence. Just like Frickberg wiped the evidence off steering wheel. It's all to get rid of evidence, so that nobody would ever be found guilty for possible murder.
And I think that's why this case is so fascinating to people.
Look, and I know people want me to say that Sammy did it. I can't say for certain that Sammy did it, because it could be as simple as somebody hired. But that's the thing. I don't know, the jealousy, Nate Hembrick, all those things. I don't know. My prime suspect has always been Sammy. And there's a lot of, I mean, even her own words point to suspicious, you know? And the beautiful thing about this is, even though the case is closed, there's no statute of limitations on it being reinvestigated as a crime. There's no statute of limitations for somebody to be arrested for a crime.
Because the information is clearly carved out. And the question is, what information was carved out and how?
Yeah, I wasn't planning on it, but I had to. I had to. I have to focus on Kylie for a minute. If I don't, I won't be able to sleep. Yeah, it does. It feels like jealousy and spite. Yep. Like, and that's the crazy thing, is they could have gotten all actual photos, surveillance, so many different things of surveillance. And I think the reason why all of this data didn't come out is because it would incriminate people. It wouldn't fit their accident narrative. Yeah, they didn't seal it, flipped it, broke windows, broke the mirror to distract you away from all the other damages. Then you have people wiping. It's look, for how trained these people are, for how many years of experience they have, they know better, multiple, to go in and do what they did to a steering wheel. This, and they know, should have immediately, and they said themselves that it was treated as a crime scene, but then they go on to not treat it as a crime scene. Why is that? Because you were already building the accident narrative while you were keeping us distracted with all these other narratives. I'll never forget about her either, Petro. I will not. Nope. I don't care if people threaten to sue me into oblivion, blah, 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 blah. I do this for Kylie. You know what I mean? I'll go to the depths of hell for these kids. This should not be happening. Like, ill-intended investigations, lack of investigation to protect one person, to victimize the victim, but we're the ones that are out here, you know, doing all these bad things on her name. Absolutely not. All I want is justice for this child. Justice will come. It will come. Because these people aren't going to always be in office. These people aren't always going to be working for these companies. And then not on top of it all, like, there are people that are slowly making it make sense. I got the rest of my life to talk about Kylie. It's sad that internet strangers are talking about her more than her own friends and family are. And that's the thing, is the way that they slung all her shit out of the car, like, one, it was so carelessly done. Two, it's because I feel they had set in their mind that it was going to play in their favor, their direction anyway. That's why they didn't give a shit. And it's so sad that more people should have cared about Kylie. They should be suing these people responsible. You're going to get it, Ninja. You're getting it, girl. I'm so proud of you. I'm so thankful that Kylie brought us all together. I'm so blessed to be around a group of free thinkers. Wait, what are you asking, Jade? Yeah, she was shorter than the autopsy. The autopsy made her shrink. She shrunk. But that's the thing, is like, there's so many fallacies in that autopsy that I just, ooh. Y'all, this one is so good. So good. This one's my most favoriteest one out of these three right here.
Right, we've seen liars be manipulative. We've seen them do weak denials. We've seen different types of lying. The thing that they portray very well is deceptive leakage, where people leak the truth despite themselves, because you always speak based on...
I'm just gonna show you guys. I got these. Oh, I can't show you. My camera's not. I got these Nature Bakery brownies, y'all. I'm gonna grub up on one of these. I'm gonna smoke and keep on doing this.
Everything you know, right? If I try to tell you a lie, I still know the truth, right? I still know everything, and it's hard to keep that back. So
I'm at least gonna get halfway through Miss G's thingy, so I'll be on for about another hour. I'm starting to feel really tired. Phoenix has a 2-hour delay already, so at least I get to sleep in a tiny bit on that, so.
Truth, typically, if I talk long enough, will come out in my words.
I feel that, Petro. Deceptive leakage, where the truth accidentally comes out. Here it comes.
Party, right? You were at the party with her?
Yes, I was gonna...
Megan does it too.
...to contact her after the party, and I
Look.
was...
Pay close attention to what she says here, because she says, I was the last to contact her. I was the last to contact her. I was the last to contact her. And then she tries to throw in that, oh, she called me. Which was it?
With her basically throughout the entire party.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I was the last person to contact her. Here you go. Keep on going. This is much needed.
I have the last call to her.
I have the last call to her.
Like, last person pretty much.
That knew what was going on?
Knows what was happening.
Uh-huh, knew what was happening. There you go. She does, Ninja. She does. She knows what was happening.
I was the last person to see her and talk to her, actually.
I was the last person to see her and talk to her. She called me, actually, and I think right here is where she realizes, fuck, my story just got fucked up, because I have been saying that I called her, and here, shit, fuck. Watch her face when she realizes her slippage.
I was the last person to see her and talk to her, actually. She called me at 12:36 in the morning asking if I still needed a ride home from the party, even though about 10 minutes before that I had told her, like, I'm leaving, I already have another ride, because I didn't want to drive home with her.
Are you putting away groceries? I fucking hate that part. I like the part of getting all the goodies, get all excited and shit, and then you get home and you're like, fuck this. I'm thankful that my son helps me carry all of them, but as soon as he drops that load off, he's gone. He comes to collect his little goodies to put in his little mini fridge in his room. That's what he does. Yeah, she sure was. She sure the fuck was. Now it's time we get our fucking focus back, and our focus is Kylie Rodni. 1, did not do this to herself. 2, that Sammy Smith had a whole lot to say, and so did Megan Cole. So I'm going to be spending some more time going back to the beginning, focusing on Sammy, focusing on the press conferences, and yes, focusing on all of what Megan Cole said, including deleted videos. I don't care. May have been. Possible that. Yeah, see? It's possible. And that's how they manipulate you, is with these words. You gotta be careful with the way people use their words towards you, because they will tell on themselves in the way that they talk. Mm-hmm. Did you interrupt them and say, breaking back and go on pause, you're gonna help me? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. The last person to see somebody know what was happening, take names to jail, is the #1 prime suspect. I don't understand why this is so hard for anybody to believe that somebody else could hurt somebody else. Yep. Well, I think it's possible the reason why they're sharing drinks is because she had to explain away. Look, I think the cup thingy is because she had to explain away that if these cups were found and both her and Kylie's handprints were found on the same cup, she'd have to explain away why her fingerprints were on there. She ain't got these certain drugs in her system, but Kylie does. Okay? That's my opinion. I also believe that there was a fight that did happen. So many people spoke on this fight. And then you got Elsa that comes forward with a voice-modified voice, anonymously, thinks nobody's gonna figure out that she's the one that fucking said what she said. When she said, Kylie Rodni fell in a hole, okay? Which, in my opinion, because Elsa and Kylie were not friends. Elsa and Sammy were friends, okay? And Elsa's covering her ass, in my opinion, to explain away why there is marooning in the autopsy on her scalp. I'm just wondering, did somebody dose her and then jump her? Or did somebody dose her, or something happened and scared her and she started running and tripped and fell? Either which way, like, you ought to come clean. Because once it's fully proven by a medical examiner that the marooning could be from a blow to the head, not a fall in a hole. Elsa, are you taking Sammy's name to jail? I don't know. That is for a fucking judge and jury and a DA and all them people to decide. All I'm here is to point out some obvious things. you know? And that's what it seems like, Ninja, is if you think about all of these things that Sammy said, and I mean all of these things, if you think about all of the things that Megan has said, and then the couple few anonymous people that have come forward, and the things that they've said, it sounds quite like, we'll listen to Miss G after this, because Miss G, when I hear Miss G talk, she gets my brain thinking. Let's keep going. We got another 7-minute Ninja video. Then we're going to watch 2 short, super short Illuminated Mind videos, 1 minute long, and then we're going to hop right into Miss G, because this woman is on fire. Yeah. And I remember, and you remember, and many people remember, and look how many people we have out here trying to explain, and none of this dawned on me until recently, okay? You have Sammy that's trying to pretend like a fight didn't happen, but not this time. We all know who won that time, okay? So she's incriminating herself there. You got Megan that's trying to explain away why there's possible marooning on the head by saying maybe she stood up in her car and hit her head. What? Then you got Elsa saying, well, she fell in a hole. Did she really? Are you willing to testify that in court? And I think that's why Megan don't want us talking about her, because she's afraid that she's going to be subpoenaed to court, and she should be. She should be interrogated. I am sorry. Miss Ma'am, you said a whole fucking lot that's starting to make a whole lot of sense now. It might have been a year later, but I'm talking about it. I want to talk about all of the things that were said.
Over persuasion is a sign of deception.
Mm-hmm.
When people are lying, they know they're lying.
Mm-hmm.
So in their head, they already try to copy.
That's why Megan is so sure of herself. She talks absolutely normal. Okay? When she's trying to sell you a story, she kind of talks absolutely normal. But when it happens in real time and people start asking her question, that's when the leakage starts happening. That's why she starts fumbling, mumbling, word sallying her words.
Compensate for it by doing a little bit of extra persuasion for
John. There's a lot of things that they didn't test for that they should have, which makes me wonder which pathologist requested what lab work, because there's different tiers of labs you can do, and then certain tests like GHB, that's additional. Synthetic fentanyl, that's, you know what I mean, there's different tests for different things. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying, like, all of these people were shouting from the rooftops. Some people even reached out to Daniel and told him, dude, like, go get her liver sample tested. It's almost like somebody already told these people that, yeah, this is what's happening, or this is what happened, this is how it's going to happen, and there's no changing it. Go sue YouTubers because you don't got a leg to stand on here. I don't know. That's what it seems like. And then I see a disgruntled family that got no closure, no answers, that had to find honor and silence, be sick of the bullshit, hence the candles, the mermaid bag, and they said, fuck it, I'm not going to support this town anymore, and moved, if not got ran out of town. Because if you think about the way this town operates, they will run people out of town. And in my opinion, if Lindsay regrets not shouting it from the rooftops, it's never too late. It's never too late. Hey. And that's what I'm saying, Jade. That's very possible. Do not search in this area. I don't know. It's very possible. Yes, Sergeant Popeye. They went after Ryan Upchurch, and then just to, like, low blow him some more, some other YouTubers jumped in on it, trying to profit off of it. Yeah. Yeah, and then, like, Every time I talk about Kylie Rodni, I'm threatened. Oh, I hope the family sues you. Sues me for what? For talking about something they should be talking about? For asking questions because there is no proof that Kylie did this to herself. None. None. Even the autopsy says that Kylie was not fucked up enough to go in that water. Yeah, I have people threaten me all the time. I have people try to persuade me or distract me or, you know, tell me, oh, you're going to be sued. I'm not worried about it. I'm really not worried about it. I'm not saying anything bad on Kylie. And that's... I really don't want to speak ill on her parents, but I just find it hard to believe that all of this time has passed. Their biggest concern is to sue somebody that might have thought that this was all fake, rather than teaming up with people and getting justice and laws changed and regulations and a memorial bench was offered, paid for in full, and it was declined by her own family. Now, I cannot say for certain that the family declined it. That could be spokespeople speaking for the family. Because it seems like a lot of people spoke for this family. That's my opinion. Yeah, I'm not stopping.
For example, where they say honestly, or they say defensive things before they've even been pushed on it. For example, like Kate here. Although I don't know where she is, I feel close to her there. You know, no one asked her, do you know where she is in this interview, right? It should be assumed. So the fact that Kate felt the need to say that is a slight red flag.
Yep. Ninja, this was done so well, girl. Done so well. All of these are. Keep up the great work. Yep, let's do it. Look, they're not going to manipulate me, feel bad for her, feel bad for her. She said so much in the beginning that needs to be focused on. I don't care what she's doing now in life. Honestly, I really don't. But everything she said around Kylie Rodni, yeah, I want to focus on that. No, I won't let it go either. You chose to put yourself out there. You chose to protect them kids. Remember, those were your words, Megan.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't...
And if these kids wind up going down and being interrogated, look, the best thing you could do is rat on them and take a plea deal. That's all I can say. Look, she's manipulating your daughter in real time right now. What's going to happen when your daughter stops talking to you because Sammy finally, you know, broke her away from you? I don't know. I don't know. I don't trust Sammy Smith.
No, we don't know the exact
She's a bad
facts.
influence.
I know what happened, what Sam told me. Sam would have no reason to lie to me.
I don't know if Sam lied to me.
She was a close friend of my daughter. My daughter and her were very, very close. My daughter is a straight A student and is going to Boise, Idaho for equine assistant therapy. She wants to work with special. So when I say this, my daughter, like when my daughter met Sam, her parents actually, my daughter talks to her mom and dad all the time, I guess. I didn't know that until recently. And I didn't even know her.
Like, and that's the thing, is Megan's so distracted with wanting to come after and sue people on the internet. No, Megan, you should get a lawyer and talk to the FBI. Is what you should do. Because it's not people on the internet coming after you that are doing these things to you. It's probably your own backyard. I'm just saying, you know? The bum? Where's the... Oh, was it starting to play a video for you and it was me and the bum chatting? I really miss him. Yep, realtime.com.
Her parents were lawyers. I've never met her parents. I've only met Sam a handful
Liar.
of times, but I've talked to Sam through my daughter many times.
Real-time
So
backpedals.
when I talked to Daisy, my daughter, I said, is this something that Sam would do? And Sam, none of these kids, none of these kids had any inclination that something was going to go wrong. That's...
Wow. Like, and that's the thing, is the fact that she's saying these kids didn't know something could go wrong, then that's implying something did go wrong.
Is that this was a graduation party they've done at the end of the year?
No, Megan, all of your graduation parties happened within the month after the kids graduated, okay? This was a say goodbye to your favorite senior. And remember, they included Kylie in the seniors because she graduated. So is it say goodbye to Kylie? What's going on here? Feed your babies.
Hot August nights, that is a big thing in our town, a big thing in this area, and that's down in Reno, which is about 25 to 35 minutes away. And they have all kinds of old cars that go through there that are decked out and everything else. That ended out the same night that this party ended.
Yeah, and you know what, Megan? A couple also went missing from Hot August nights. Within 24 hours. I don't know if they went missing to kind of distract us from Kylie. I think it's all tied together, in my opinion.
Yeah, so that's kind of why there was so much focus on, did she run away, or did she get out of town for a while? That's what really kind of everybody thought.
Everybody thinking thoughts and telling you to say it on YouTube. It's all leaking out. Yep. You should accept this because everybody else thinks so too.
It was just, I asked Sam a whole bunch of questions because I didn't really know how this was going to turn out. I really just thought.
Wow. And it's really crazy, okay, that you got this lady that's claiming that she's out there looking for Kylie, but all of the things she's documented, all the lives she's done, everything she's done. Megan, where's your proof that you were out there looking for her? Or were you out there just asking kids questions on how to help protect them? Is that what you were doing? Because that's called obstructing justice. It's an accessory after the fact.
That she was probably went down the wrong road, got a flat tire, and didn't have service. Okay, so
it's a lot of charges.
When I talked to Sam had said that she had gotten a ride home. And it is just a tragic accident. I truly believe it's a tragic accident.
I truly believe it's just a tragic accident. Sure. Keep telling yourself
and
that.
I know that there's going to be conspiracy theories like that everybody has.
It's not conspiracy theories,
but if you break
honey.
it down and really think about it, for anybody, I don't care who you are. I guess I care who you are. If you're a mass murderer or a serial killer, then maybe you think like this.
What?
But for an 18-year-old child to have someone that's hurt or to have someone that's
what?
in trouble,
huh?
And I'll say this very.
Look, and you know she was like, "Oh, we better get away from what I just said." Word salad. Hurry up and fast forward it so we get somewhere else. Miss G.
The way I feel is that, and then I'll explain why, is that to have someone in trouble, like let's say she's overdosing, let's say she got too drunk, let's say she had all these things happen.
Look at all these things she just throwing out there. Yet Ryan Upchurch is the one that's getting sued, you know? All the shit that, and look, Megan thinks that she deletes it off the internet that the family won't hear all what she said. Oh, Megan, I got news for you, honey.
To her, which everybody says. Now, for someone to say that she's hurt herself or she, whatever happened, that she ended up in her car.
Yeah, listen to all what she's saying right here. It's so super important.
I feel is that, and then I'll explain why, is that to have someone in trouble, like let's say she's overdosing, let's say she got too drunk, let's say she had all these things happen to her, which everybody says. Now, for someone to say that she's hurt herself or she, whatever happened.
No, y'all left her there.
By herself or with someone else, we don't know. But to do that, to go from just parking the car somewhere.
There were three other people in the car with y'all, wasn't there, Sammy?
And saying someone else will find her in the morning.
That front window was down and that back one was too.
Like so that we don't have to worry about it. Like,
flag 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Like foul play or not. I don't think that normal everyday people would rationalize the fact that they're going to put a car in the water. Like, that's a huge jump.
You're going to rationalize on it if you don't want to go to fucking prison. You're going to rationalize it real quick and make it seem like that's what happened when you don't want to be responsible for somebody dying. You're going to rationalize it real fucking quick. You're going to hire a PR team. You're going to do everything possible to get the media on the side of this accident. Megan, you need to wake the fuck up.
Normal, everyday people would rationalize the fact that they're going to put a car in the water. Like, that's a huge jump.
No, it's not, Megan. This is not.
From someone that's, right. Like, I mean, you don't think that way. Like, I don't think...
The huge jump is you trying to tell us that Kylie drowned when she didn't have no water in her lungs. That's a huge jump. See? You ain't manipulating me anymore.
Right. Like, I mean, you don't think that way. Like, I don't think very many people in the world
I can't.
do.
I don't know.
Whoa. Just yesterday, she said her and her daughter came out to find a missing girl. Yeah, I thought Daisy was an Idaho potato. But here's the thing, is that concert she went to was after Kylie went missing and right before she was found. That concert wasn't the night of the party. It wasn't the day after the party. It wasn't during the search parties. And then it's really weird if you listen in on that press conference. You can hear Sammy's big-ass mouth. You can hear Megan cackling in the background. And you can hear Sammy say, Daisy! Daisy! Of course, her and Daisy and Sammy are going to be getting close right now. Get super close right now. Y'all aren't here for Kylie Rodni. I am fully aware of that now. The only people here are the people in chat that continue to talk about Kylie. Is it Miss G? Alright, I'm definitely going to sit with some of your videos. Mamas, are you planning on trying to go live tonight or not? What are you trying to do? Because I'm going to listen to a little bit of your live because it's incredible. The part 3 of Who Killed Kylie. Time changes everything. These videos are incredible, Ninja.
Horrible. The whole thing is horrible.
Look, and the reason why she's crying right now is because she realizes it could have been her daughter. At any point, it could still wind up being her daughter if her daughter, I don't know, double crosses her maybe. I don't know. But there is a reason why Megan has breakdowns when she has to sit with the fact that it's possible it could have been her daughter or her daughter could be next.
I mean, it's horrible. The whole thing is horrible. It could have been my daughter, and I don't know. And I don't know, and I don't know who to trust, and I don't know what to do. And every time the fact that she says, "I hope you don't kill my daughter," it's like you saw the text messages I get. It's horrible.
See, and this is what makes me want to be compassionate towards Megan. Yep. But at the same time, like, she chose this. The same thing that's making her cry is why Kylie isn't getting justice, or whatever she's holding on to isn't getting its justice. Like, yep. I'll stand with that. The truth does set you free. The truth will set you free, Megan.
There's a part of me that worries that, like,
you do have the strength. Look,
is she gonna come back? And I don't want to think that way because I want to be positive.
I know the truth is scary, but the truth will set you free. And I think that's why she has to tell herself that she doesn't care about Kylie and fuck Kylie and make jokes about Kylie so that she can distance herself from thinking about Kylie. Is what it is detachment. Yeah, now more than ever, the ties that bind. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, these next 2 videos, I'm going to drop Ninja Chihuahua's link in chat, and then I will drop Illuminated Minds. These next 2 videos are Illuminated Mind. That's Ninja Chihuahua. Please make sure you subscribe to her.
Sir, with all due respect, this forum is to focus on Kylie Rodni.
Look, Linda Lucetti sure the hell did step in awful quick to be a PR person, didn't she? She don't care about Kylie. She's half fucking falling asleep right here.
For the professional search and rescue team and the civilians out there, I'm just, I don't know who else is out there, but by myself, I feel like I am in direction of leadership. Is there somebody that... Is there a liaison
Like, what I want to know for Linda Lucetti is, did she know that that picture she was selling might not have been Kylie Rodni? We will, Miss G, in time. Persistence and patience are key.
You have out there, and how can I access that and get some questions answered and some direction? That would be Sergeant Hack, who's not here tonight, but we'll have Lieutenant Perry speak on his behalf.
We have been having a search and rescue representative over here in the parking lot at the family's incident command location. They've been assisting with the process for citizens to upload the sergeant.
Mark, Kylie, and God are going to get us there. Strength in numbers. Don't forget that.
Topo app so that they can also track where they're going and where they've lived and things like that. So
oh, you never seen this, Uncle Will? How you doing, sir? I see what you're doing to that boat. I cannot wait to see her all. Did you get her painted yet? That motor you got is a really nice motor too. I like stuff that's manufactured by Mitsubishi, whether it's Honda, Subaru, stuff like that. Yeah, if y'all ain't subscribed to Uncle Will, if y'all like fishing and like Ryan Up Church Country Boy shit, go check him out. He's got an incredible channel. He talks about some real ass shit too. Alright. Yeah, there's somebody hired Linda Lucetti. And someday I think Illuminated Mind is going to piece it all together. All I can do is keep putting information out there in hopes that people will piece it together with us. This stuff needs to continue to be pushed to agents, different branches of law enforcement, FBI. Only half the FBI is bad, y'all. There are some good agents out there that are listening. Yeah, dude. Look. Look, and he's selling this shirt for $31 fucking dollars. For a company that, like, and it's weird because all these people have, like, what the hell are they called? Wellness clinics, like, because if you notice, if you teeter-totter your nonprofit business or whatever you call it, organization, if you teeter-totter it with kind of like a church presence or a ministry, like I'm starting to see what they're doing with their business, all this wellness stuff. People are not well in your area. They definitely are not well. Who was Linda sitting next to? Hold on, let me go back. Hold on one second. This lady right here? Not entirely sure. I could look into it, though. Can't promise you when, but... Hold on, me. That's the one woman that was asking questions. So, what I want to do, it's likely going to happen this Friday, is I want to go back over the deleted community meetings. I want to pay attention to the audience. I want to pay attention to the reactions, the people in the background. Like, I want to pay attention. I think it's time we go back to deleted scenes, to the press conferences, all of those things.
Is there a liaison person between the professional?
See, and they keep talking about liaisons. And remember, Megan admitted to being a liaison for the kids. I think liaisons were hired. And then you got all these people retiring out, transferring into other places to go hide for a minute before they return back to their original placements. What, the hug? I think the hug might be a thank you for saving my ass. I don't know. That's what it seems like to me. That's what it seems like to me. I think they had a lot of charges to hold over her head to get her to comply. I still think it's blackmail. Yeah, that's who it is, John. Yeah, that's the one I was asking. And then there's a woman in front that has a question similar to hers too, and they just keep getting more and more and more frustrated. But yeah, we're gonna go over the deleted scenes on Friday. Okay, so this is tow truck guy. Like right after all this went down, it's really odd that like, and what people don't understand is he has a PI license under his belt, okay? And then to hear him say that he tracked AWP down, knowing that he's a PI, and then after Kylie, he opens this TTP business, okay? And it just, it's, no, it's concerning. It's really, okay, so, and it's called Trust the Process. And then while he's doing all this, like, he's getting diving certified, like, it sounds organized, y'all. Our team is dedicated to providing you with the tools and resources you need to make something, 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 something. Go look it up. It's a website. So TTP is ran by Nick, his girlfriend, and I'm gonna assume that's their best friend. That's what I'm like, and that's, if you think about it, and the investigators that were around Kylie's case, I don't know. And then it was really weird how Xana May wants people to leave her alone, yet listening to her live today, and she just can't let it go. Just can't let it go. I'm sorry, but when you don't have a guilty conscience, you speak on something and then you let it go. Like, normally when people are holding on to something, there's a reason why they're holding on to something. Nobody's harassing Xana May. Nobody's bothering her. She's the one watching everybody else and then gotta make remarks on it. It's odd to me. Yeah, and that's my goals, Miss G, is when Trump's in office, when Trump comes to my local airport, which he does very often. I want to bring Truckee, Placer County, Nevada County to his attention, because I know he cares about the children. I know he cares about corruption. I know he cares about these things. And I implore everybody, when Trump, and I do say when Trump comes back into office, that we start writing him letters about what is going on in these counties. It is super important that we reach out to people that care, that will listen, that will investigate it, that will look into things. You just have to find those people. Sometimes when you talk about it a lot, people will reach out to you. And that's why I'm just saying, like, anybody that knows something at this point, their best bet is to reach out to somebody that they can trust. Not to make it go away more, because it's not, I promise you, this is an infection that it has been festering for a very long time. And Kylie exposed all of y'all's bullshit. And it's your own fault. Me too, Nana. Who needs to shut their trap? You talking about, Megan? What? Man. Yeah, y'all go check out Illuminated Minds videos too. Holy shit, dude. All right, y'all ready to hop into this? What time is this? 2:22. All right. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this while I work on, so like I said, I'm going to listen to Miss G. I might not interact with chat as much as I just was, but I want to at least, I want Miss G to have more views than she's getting. And the only way that I can do it is through my channel, to get people to see that this woman is not crazy. All these people that are trying to speak ill of Miss G, no, this woman, she's paid attention to Kylie's case enough. She, for the most part, this woman knows what the fuck she's talking about. And I fuck heavy with her. Hold on. I gotta go back because this is where I was stopped at. And I was like, nah, I gotta do... Look, I listened to this again and I was like, nah, I gotta do a live on this shit. I have to. This is what made me hit the live button right here, y'all. Let's get it. Why ain't it playing? Yep, I can hear your voice. Sorry, Miss G, I know you don't like to hear yourself, but we got to do this. Where's my volume amplifier?
One with Street and Sandra, thank you both for being here and thank you for joining me this morning.
Yeah, where's my volume amplifier?
We have a few things. Very good. Thank you so much for the confirmation.
My volume tool's missing.
Welcome in. It's good to see you. Thank you for joining us and thank you for being here.
I'll turn her up since I can't.
We will be reviewing Greyviews Investigates first of all. I'm so glad to catch you live. It's 2:44 p.m. on the East Coast.
I love when Miss G just talks.
So your day is almost coming to, your afternoon's almost coming to.
I'm going to move the screen over
Hi,
and do my thing.
How are you? It's great to see you. Thank you for joining us and thank you for being here.
Let's see.
Hey, Ranch Boss, how are you? Thank you for joining us and thank you for being here. I hope everyone's having a great day. Happy Martin Luther King birthday. As some of you may know, there was a premiere dropped not too long ago in which I may have taken the wrong way.
Get it, Miss G.
Due to the sensitive nature.
We support you.
Of my relation with Kylie. I never met her personally. No, I haven't.
Well, and that's what cracks me up about these people. I'm just going to pause this right now, okay? It's either these people try to say, oh, they don't know what they're talking about, or they don't have no emotion invested. And then when you invest some emotion, when you show your soft side, when you show why you care, when you're vulnerable and show your compassion, they attack you on that. And the best advice that I can give to anybody is stop listening to what everybody else fucking says about you. You know what I mean? Clap back. What up, Miss G?
But I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels about her the way that I do.
I love you.
And I didn't mention names in my video.
Let me see if I can get my.
But I did respond to a message that I received.
Get it, Miss G.
And I understand sometimes I may seem harsh like that. I'm not making excuses, but my first priority to come into YouTube is loyalty to Kylie, and I won't betray that. I have no reservations when it comes to getting to the truth. I'm receiving the message. I can't go to it right now.
But, I gotta change screens. This guy.
This is dated August 6th of 2022.
Yep, there it is. This is what I'm working on, y'all.
03138.
I'll make it smaller. Just give me a minute.
Let's hear it.
Oh,
and by the way, I'll have you know that Greyviews Investigates. I don't know if he's changed his mind since then. Hey Bex, how are you? It's great to see you.
This is what I'll be working on while we chill here.
Bex, Anna, Sandra, at One Way Street, Ranch Boss, Fred Field.
All right, I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna listen to this. Y'all can talk amongst yourself every once in a while. I'll look at chat, but I gotta get worked on this.
Kiely put out a video on August 31st called Kylie, Rodni, Night Drive Crosser.
In which we may have recently heard that name. And as far as I know, right now, this current time, right now, okay, there's someone named I'm a nun in the world of everyone or something like that. You guys might be familiar with that. I don't know, I guess profile name or whatever you'd want to call it. From I guess what I understand now is that she was also coming in as unbiased until facts, right? And I feel a little bit sensitive toward not knowing sometimes without seeing the person's face. Okay. From just the text alone, we don't know people's emotions. And we can't tell how sincere they are or they are not.
Yep.
As the title of this video states, I have no reservations and no secrets at all. Anything that I ever will find out, I will always put it out in the open. I do not sleuth. That is why you don't have more information. I don't put out stuff like that. Okay. I rely and depend solely only on my ability to be able to discern my way.
I ain't letting go.
To find truth in
Can't
any
tell me what
situation.
To do. Okay.
I must have misunderstood this morning. I'll also tell you that this person is someone that I respect a lot, right? And I really look up to her. You can have sincere passion or appreciate something you have never met, someone you have never met. However, you have devoted personal time to them or whatever it may be and become to love dearly. Yeah. Hi, Simply Smile. How are you? Thank you for joining us and thank you for being here. Thank you. Here's the deal. You all know how very transparent I am. And I come off tough and sometimes angry.
Oop, I think that's too much. Maybe not.
The thing I hope to be the most is humble.
Yep.
If I can't be humble, I don't know what would be of me.
Maybe not.
Right? I was hoping to be a little bit more together than this, but this is what we have to deal with. Natural as it happens.
And she drank.
Nothing added and nothing taken away. Right? It needs to be the truth and nothing but the truth.
Yep.
So help me God.
Yep. Get it, Mama.
Thank you, Adelina Street. I appreciate that.
Get it, Mama.
Let's listen. We need to listen, right?
This now.
And that idiot Megan tried to go live for 24 hours. Did you catch that?
Yikes.
Good thing she didn't snore so I can catch her doing that too. And also, because I made a video this morning saying that I personally like her better when she's sleeping. Trina, it is. Look, I'd much rather she was sleeping. That way we don't have to hear her.
You're so ornery, I love it.
Kylie was on.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show that, and you'll be able to watch it with the red dot.
Yeah, look, even Gray Hughes Investigates is going to show us. Yeah. See, look, listen.
So follow along on the fire camera.
Yeah, follow along.
Shown you. So you'll be able to watch 3 different videos at the same time. One
sure,
thing
you know it is.
I found interesting is I originally thought that it looked like the car paused because it was heading at the camera.
It paused because it was heading at the camera? Wait. That almost sounds like they knew that the fire camera would have been there.
Yep. I'm starting to see it now.
Snores and scratchy. Yeah, on the chalkboard. You're so funny. Oh, and you know how you see the play and whatever those things are on the screen? Well, they're there for a reason, because timing matters.
Yep, it does.
And also because we can't go back in time, right?
Nope, can't. All we can do is focus on what we got.
The same is with Kylie. We have grown to love her yet, never met her.
Yep.
But one day we will. Yes. Hi, Mom. First, always, thank you for joining us and thank you for being here. Thank you out on the street. Thank you.
Sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to clean the profile of Kylie up.
Real time.
Trying to take the lumps out of it.
Every 2 seconds. So it matches real time. I was able.
It's gonna be okay, Miss
Well,
G.
in my videos previously, you might have seen Ocean's daughter. Hi, how are you? Great to see you. Thank you for joining us and thank you for being here. I know I have 6.k videos, and you'd have to go through a whole lot of them. To see every single which one that I've made. But all my videos will tell a story.
I do too, Miss G.
Right?
Absolutely love it.
And
I'm just trying to correct all the little bumpy imperfections.
You are listening to the
Okay,
original,
this would be her
not
hair
the
coming
original.
up
I have
here.
to try to change the way that I word that.
This needs to go away.
Okay? Because none of us know what the original is at this point. But all I can do is try to stay with what I believe coincides and correlates together to fit what may have happened to Kylie. Right?
It's best route.
Overnight, did a lot happen? Feels like I missed something that happened to Mrs. G. Did that happen to me? No, not in particular. Last night, I had a live that went on pretty late, and I think that, you know, it made us all think deeper into the AAA call. I follow logic and I follow my faith, yes. And logic has to be, right? I mean, God gave us a sound mind.
Logic
He
is
didn't
the only
give us
way.
A spirit of fear and confusion.
Thank you, Petro. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
He gave us, right, confidence to have a sound mind in him.
Ooh, Sammy said there were no cameras that could see the highways. Smith family knows every fire cam, what, who, and where. Yep.
Contemplating whether the top that was found belonged to Kylie. No, it didn't. And if it would have had, they would have took it from her.
I know that's one thing I give Miss G many props for, is because she tries to be considerate. She tries to get her point across without really trying to trash people. She really does. Unlike me, I just say, fuck a filter, man. I can't be bothered with a filter anymore. After seeing how people have treated me, when it comes to Kylie, nah, I'm done. I'm done pretending like I gotta show somebody that is fucked up in the head compassion.
House then, or directly from her car or something. No, it wasn't. In my opinion, the call made of the girl being chased topless and taken back into some CRV or whatever it was, wasn't Kylie. The license plate didn't match. It wasn't the right kind of car. It wasn't even the right color.
I'm not
But
saying,
I
I'm not,
think that
look,
there's
Miss G, and this one thing I want to correct is, I know you think that I'm saying that the car that was parked behind the Boca sign, or the Hirschdale sign, or the, I'm not saying that it was Kylie driving around or anything like that, but cars were spotted. Was it other people parking vehicles to throw people off? I don't know. But I do take into account what Nick Tow Truck Guy said, and I'm starting to wonder if the Smiths don't know Mr. Giovanni.
2, 3.
I don't know.
Different CRVs that are the same color. Sunset, how are you? Thank you for joining us and thank you for being here. I hope you're having a great morning or day so far.
Yeah, I don't like being brutal, but if I have to be, I will. I will be brutally honest. I don't.
Well,
I'm tired of.
The fact is, we will never know whether the AAA call ever went in. Because to me, it appears odd that somebody would have that kind of strange interaction with another person. Which I know that Nick should probably have been able to tell that Kylie was of underage. if that incident were to have happened. Now, I'm starting to think that things weren't done, not only because they didn't happen, no, because they weren't reported, first of all. When things don't get reported, they're like, what are you talking about, right?
Oh man, I didn't want these to change colors. I didn't want this to change color.
Obviously, they did not.
Hold on, I gotta fix this. I want this
okay,
to
right?
be...
Obviously, no one reported that. It was a week later that Nick and his girlfriend went into some coffee place to get coffee. And he's like, OMG.
There's so much space between it all happening. That's why I don't
Look,
buy
I think
that it
my eyes are playing tricks on me.
That's why I think a lot of this shit did not happen organically. I think it was chosen. It was a process. Like in real time, they're trying to clean up something while trying to I don't know, in real time you can see it playing out.
Well, look, it wasn't too long after it happened. I guess he must have gone to speak to the police. Because if he's out here saying that he did and then he did not, they would bring him in for questioning.
Not unless he's part of the cover-up.
Getting caught lying to the cops.
Not if he's part of the cover-up, they won't.
Serious matters such as this.
Is it possible they purposely put it on YouTube so that the media wouldn't...
But something is weird about that.
I don't trust Jared.
Situation.
Jared made all of AWP look like shit.
Because if we all think about it correctly, as I stated before, the AAA call happened 11 hours.
Well, and that's what I'm going with, Miss G, is okay. When we sent him that lineup picture, like he was chatting until that lineup picture those lineup pictures were sent to him for him to point out which dude was with not Kylie at that call. And as soon as the picture of Nate was sent to him, he immediately stopped responding. And then, just in case, like, he just didn't get it, I made another set of pictures with 7 different dudes and sent that. And that's really when we got ghosted. And it's very telling, and that's why I played Cece's video in the beginning of this. It's very telling when you're having a conversation with somebody and the conversation's going well, until you ask a question and then they ghost you. And it's nothing terrible. It's nothing that would get them in trouble unless you either A, lied, or B, were involved. Yeah, and that's the thing I don't understand, okay? Misty, I wish I could have you up on panel, but I'm using OBS. The issue that I have with that, okay, and that's why I think he was part of the cover-up, is given his background, okay, you have to understand that he's a private investigator. So yes, he knows how to track people down, just like SF. He claims that he had been doing roadside assistant calls for how long, right? And he goes to this battery call. And he doesn't really do anything. And that's when they realized that it was stuck between gears. Say, what the... It's been proven that car will start in neutral. So, make that make sense. If it was just in neutral, that car should have started up just fine. Something ain't right. His story ain't storying. It's making a whole lot of not sense. Is it because he's lying? I don't know. Sounds like it. You mean car, not cat, car?
After what I believe was Kylie's car going into the water that night.
Still, that's where the only thing that I think is different is I don't think a car went in the water that night. I think something happened. They panicked. They got out of there. They hit it. They called their buddy Nick because they needed to make it either disappear or hide it or buy some time so that this abduction theory, maybe they needed her car to be seen. But the tow truck footage, that I think that is the nail on the coffin, because I think somebody stole Kylie's identity and possibly stole somebody else's identity, pretending to be Jagger, and tried to incriminate him to get the heat off of who was really in that tow truck footage. Couldn't have been Kylie.
Some of you may have seen the chart that was done by Sway on the kill shot report the other night, in which, in a sense, I guess it left me detrimentally sad.
All right, I'm going to skip to the timeline. That's my favorite part.
On it, right?
Okay, let's go.
And there are 5 significant, remember? Significant teens.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that lady holding Sam's hand right before Lindsay came up and spooned on her and everything, right?
Okay, that's the hoodie.
Here's the thing.
I'll leave that like that.
I'm going to tell you exactly how I think right now, right? Look.
Okay.
The phone, the Live 360 was shut down. Let me see my notes real quick.
Yeah, 10:30 is when shit started going down.
360 was shut off at 12:03.
Okay, while we're here, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go back. Hold on. Let me get out of this. I'm going to go to the timeline. Because that timeline... this one here. Okay, so Lindsay talks to Kylie over text message in the morning. Okay, and this is what's weird is David Robertson did not make the statement himself. Steve Fisher made the statement on behalf of Kylie's pap. I wish David Robertson would come forward and clarify things rather than getting angry and suing people, but to just clarify this timeline. Okay, so allegedly at 12:30 that afternoon, Kylie is with the grandfather, David Robertson, until 12:30 that afternoon. Okay, and then Kylie hangs out with her close friend, Kate Cuneo, and they make creme brulee at 4 p.m. Okay, I personally think that the 6:08 p.m., because there's so much time between 4 p.m. and 10 o'clock, Kylie arriving, something between 4 and 10, I don't know, just there's a big gap. So they had to fill the gap in with this surveillance footage that, in my opinion, doesn't look like Kylie. There is a chest tattoo on that person. And I think the reason why they took a picture with a phone of a screen of a paused frame of a surveillance video at the angle that they did was to manipulate us into thinking that was Kylie. They literally, and I think that's why so many people are like, it's photoshopped, it's this, it's that. It's no. Take your phone, okay? And I know Miss G will understand this when I say this. Take your phone and at an angle, try to record a screen of a monitor. And you're going to see what happens. It distorts it, completely distorts it. And that's why the image is distorted. I further think that they zoomed in on that footage because it's possible either somebody is with Sammy in that last known photo, or there's something that they need to take out that really tells on the whole story. But that is not I have never in my life, during an investigation or whatever, in information releasing, ever seen them show a picture from a phone, a screen. It's not even a screenshot. It's literally a picture of a screen of a paused video at a weird ass angle and try to sell us that it's somebody that it really does not. I think once like Cece and Miss G and a lot of people like start really looking at that picture for what it is, what angle it was taken at, how it was taken. That's the most important part. As somebody that has done graphic design, has done photography, has done so many things with graphics, it's not photoshopped. It's not like they Google imaged anything or used lens to put a whole bunch of images together. No, it's a simple fact that they took a picture of a screen at an angle that was paused. And they tried to sell us that it was Kylie. Go look at pictures of Sammy at that angle. Go look at her chest tattoo, and then look at that picture again. Okay, wait. Regardless of the witness was there that night, I went back through previous weekends, and there was no activity there at all. What are you talking about, Miss G? And then you have all these people filling in a timeline that this timeline has, all this time has nothing to do with Kylie. It places these people, it gives them an alibi. This timeline right here, none of this is helping Kylie. None of this. None of this. And they just they added that to it, like had accounts of what everybody else was doing to fill in the gaps of a timeline. That's all it is gap filler. Because they're not willing. Look, all they simply have to do is look at the phone data. They don't have to. I know that you guys can't see this. I'm trying to read what I'm pointing to you because I know that. All right, I'm gonna go back to the video.
In my opinion, that is indicative.
Absolutely, Kareem.
On my speculation of midnight being the time that Kylie Rodni lost her life.
I think it was before that.
As of this point right now, today, I'm under the impression that Kylie did complete the call to Jagger in a text. The call to Lindsay.
Don't worry, I'm going to be looking at the camera footage all over again. Not tonight, though.
In a text. Right, 11:30. Texted Lindsay.
Come the fuck on.
Yo, Mom, check it out. I'm going to be home. I'm going to be home. Right? Going to be home. Then, and remember, that's at 11:30. From 11:30 to midnight, I believe they rendered Kylie unconscious. Or, hey, Dawn, how are you? Thank you for joining us and thank you for being here. We have to try to come up with a logical time frame that would make sense to the data, which we know that was put out there, that is allegedly legit.
Yep, we do.
The last phone ping at 12:30. To me,
well, that's the thing is like you can tell something happened just based upon what her phone is doing. Like, if you look at the kids' stories, they're trying to make alibis for each other is what they're doing. Like nobody is here to tell the truth for Kylie. Everybody's here to protect each other's asses. No, there was a mass exodus. The mass exodus was the people that did not want fucking involved. This is your fucking problem. You deal with it. Those were the kids that I think were told to shut the fuck up. Those were the kids that were told to tuck and roll and appear at a thingy so that they could get their shit. Say what? Yeah, no, I don't think she was either.
What does that say? Someone had to have.
Someone hurt Kylie.
Okay, turned Kylie's phone.
Yep. Somebody turned Kylie's phone off, not Kylie. Yep.
Okay. Look, she got there at 11. She got there between 10 and 10:30. Hi. Hi, Lisa.
She got there at 10 o'clock. 10 p.m. Kylie and Mags arrive at the party. They park less than 100 yards from where the teens gathered at the sanctuary.
Thank you for being here. Welcome to the live stream. It's great to see you, Lisa. I hope you're having a wonderful day.
Yeah, there's no 300
Thank
people.
you, everyone, for being here. We have to try to put what we can into context according to what we have that we can go by.
Yep, right? I agree.
This is the deal.
Yep.
At between 10 and 10:30, Kylie got to the sanctuary. Okay, between that time and 11:30, sometimes she contacted Jagger through a text. Lindsay at 11:30. What is 11:30? Does that ring a bell to anyone? That's 1 hour after curfew already.
Yep. Actually, it's half an hour.
Thank you.
11 o'clock is curfew for people with a provisional license or whatever the hell it's called.
I'm trying to follow logic as much as possible while I use my discernment to find the truth.
Keep getting it, Miss G. I'm here for it.
We have already so
I need
far
to
from
export
the time
this to
and remember,
Photoshop.
Sam got there at 9 p.m. That's what she said. Right? So between the time, so Sam had already been there for a whole hour prior to Kylie arriving. We all know that I have questions as to how Kylie and Mags met up.
Yep.
How did that happen?
Yep.
Because allegedly Kylie saw her grandfather.
And if you think about how close Sammy and Mags live from one another, it would not be too hard for Sammy to coerce Mags to get some way to get Kylie to come to the party. Is it possible that that was did Sammy go with, or was Ross already there and that's how she got Kylie to give Mags a ride? I don't know, something's I know I can hear you writing. I love it.
Sometime during the middle of the day, approximately.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point in the afternoon, per Megan, 2:30 was the time that allegedly Kylie had seen Jagger at Kate's house and did COKE. Right?
But were they told to say that?
This alleged video, screenshot of a video from a surveillance of where Kylie was that day, that night, that evening, early evening. For a whole 4 hours. When did they leave Kate's house? Where did Kylie meet up with Mags? Did she go pick her up? Did she go to Kate's house to meet up with her? Did she meet her somewhere else? What? We have no answers to that. Why wouldn't Mags come out and provide that for everyone? What's the big deal? What I guess got me going this morning was this, right? Speaking to a witness that had seen Kylie at the sanctuary, there's a time frame for that happening, right? And that time frame, if it differs, whether you believe the fire cam is real or not, the reason why I go with that is because it correlates with a ping.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do not believe that Kylie lost her life around 12:30. I do not.
It was before.
In my opinion, Kylie lost her life when the live 360 was turned off.
I think it was before that.
Zombie Girl, it's great to see you. Thank you for joining us and thank you for being here.
I think they turned it off so it couldn't be tracked for evidence.
Live 360 was shut
and
down.
then, I don't know if somebody corroborated with them, or if Sammy, because of her parents, knows how, you know, certain defense lawyers or whatever work. She was like, oh shit, like if I turn off the location, the sensors, if they get a hold of this phone, they're going to know every movement of this phone. I need to make it power down. Is it by breaking it? Is it by, I don't know. But then Kylie's phone went out of service. But then she made a mistake. And all that she said about last person to talk to her, they're claiming the fire cam footage says her car went in the water at 12:33. And then she makes that phone call at 12:36. So, Sammy, that don't make sense.
That was so no one would be able to track Kylie's exact location.
Look, and it's crazy that people claim to have saw Kylie at 12:31 a.m. Her mom's even saying, look for ring cam footage after 1:30 a.m. Is it possible that someone beat her up, subdued her, beat her up, put her in a car, and moved to Boca so that evidence couldn't be found there? I don't know. Yeah, so they couldn't track it. Yeah, but that's the thing, is that at the moment that they turned the phone off, I think they also realized, no, they have to get rid of the phone, like the phone can never be found. And that's where they fucked up, because if Kylie would have driven herself into that water drunkenly like they claim, her phone would have been on her person. And if you look at all of the articles, all of the FBI talking, they never found Kylie's phone. The only people saying the FBI had Kylie's phone were people like Shitfuck. Never at any point did the FBI come forward and say, yeah, we have Kylie's phone. I don't think they do. I think all of that was done so it couldn't be traced on where they were hiding out. Did Sammy call her friend Nick, or did she call mom and dad and they called Nick because he's a private investigator and they knew him? And he also did tow truck stuff. I don't know. I don't even know if he was really a tow truck driver. There's no proof in that. He never. He could sit here and blame it on, oh, well, they're the ones with the information. No, that's your job. Like, I can't believe a Google Maps. You can lie with Google Maps. He never showed his GPS, and it was really odd. Around the time that he was supposed to send that information to Squirrel Girl, she disappeared. I'm not saying she's suspicious. Maybe she came to reality that this man was fucking fooling her. And she got tired of being fooled. And got tired of looking like a fool because people were fooling her. Yeah, unless the ping from the phone is fabricated. I don't think it is. I think they had to say it's as much on land as it is in water because, I mean, I think they just got leakage. I think they said that because they knew they were going to fabricate that she was in the water. There's just something about them fire cams that something ain't right. It will need to be in the report or else, yeah. Yeah, but, I mean, we haven't seen any reports, so, I mean, here's the thing, is if you don't have any, if they can make the phone disappear so you can't see what the sensors are doing or the movements of the phone, because here's the thing, even if you, okay, so if you turn the location off on a phone, forensically, if they would find that phone, they're gonna still see the sensors movements. Like they can see. That's how. If you look at how they figured out how with the Murdaugh trials, they could tell at what angle they were shot at, where they were moving, like all of those things because of the sensors. In my opinion, I feel like law enforcement focuses on more on covering things up than they do investigating things. All of their effort is into making things go away, not investigating things, and that's why it appears the way that it does to us. Because they have us fooled thinking they're investigating it, and if they were investigating it, they would have showed us the data in real time. But that's the thing, Miss G, is they're trying to make it look like an accident. So they're not going to tell you, no, Kylie's phone wasn't with her. They're not going to tell you that. Why would they tell you that? They just left it hanging. It's a cliffhanger. Did you ever hear law enforcement say, yeah, we found her phone? Did you ever hear FBI say, yeah, we found her phone? No, 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 no. There was no confirmation that they found Kylie's phone. None. Yeah, it had to look like she did it to herself. However, there is no phone. And if there is a phone, then the sensors will prove exactly. So I'm saying there's so much data that's not there, and it should be.
And then there was less than a half an hour.
Missing data means there's lies.
27 minutes.
All right, let me close this out.
Prior to the phone being shut down. And we heard Megan.
That's that.
Hey, the phone was plugged in.
All right,
it powered on.
I hope I don't.
The call was made. The car went into the water.
I need that saved. I can't close that.
Verbatim.
Let me open Photoshop now.
I don't think she was. I do not either, but that's just what was said. Okay. But I didn't think.
Miss G, one of these nights, you and I need to get together and just bounce ideas off each other on a live. I would love to just sit, me and you sit and just chat. Because you get me thinking. You really do.
Right. When was it turned off? The phone or the Live 360 was shut off at 12:03. Per Lindsay to the media, news media. Okay. The ping was at 12:30. And the car went into the water at 1:33. And then at 1:34:38, the lights were no longer seen in the water anymore.
I like this one better.
12:03, Live 360 was shut down.
Yes.
So in my opinion, it makes sense to me.
Ooh, cancel. What?
Kylie's life was taken at midnight. Immediately after that happened,
I say between 11 and 12.
Live 360 was shut off at 12:03.
But very, very close to midnight.
They had 27 more minutes to get everybody out of the area. It's time for people to get into position. Baseball bats came out, people jumping on top.
Nana, me personally, most people that do things to people keep some sort of trophy. I don't know if they kept her necklace. I don't know if they kept her phone. I don't know. I don't know if they destroyed evidence. Because the thing of it is after seeing what Frickberg did to that steering wheel and seeing all the evidence, like you're talking Kylie's phone, her jewelry, the hoodie that she was wearing at the party, it had to disappear because there possibly could have been trace DNA evidence of people touching her on there. The tow truck footage, the surveillance, like all of the evidence was never, like none of it. We got a picture with a phone at an angle of a screen of a freeze frame of a surveillance video. I don't know how people weren't more enraged. I don't understand how people were like, yeah, it was an accident. They told us so. Ooh, you're getting green. Ooh, you eating green beans out of can, bitch. I do that shit too. I do that with peas too. I don't even care. All right, I'm gonna listen to a little bit more of this. Miss G, are you gonna go live, honey? I would love for you to go live after I do, if you're up for it. I'll listen to you for like an hour or two if you're willing to go live. I love when you just chat.
Top of people's cars. Hey, it's time to go. It's time to go. Not only that, at around 11:30 or so is when the generator.
Yeah, there is no current.
No
there
more
is no
lights.
current.
no more music.
Oh, my
Not to say that people weren't making
need to eat
or having music played in their car. It just means the main lights.
Well, and that's, I think all these people are trying to paint their own alibis. Like, I really do. Oh, I didn't hear nothing because I had music on. I don't know anything because I left after 10 minutes. Oh, yeah, she was there. I saw her fall in a hole, blaming the girl. You see what I'm saying? Like, none of these people were accountable. They blaming everybody else, setting up their alibis, protecting each other. Like, I don't understand, unless they know that these kids are lying to them and going along with it. I don't understand how the law enforcement doesn't see these kids are lying to them. All they simply had to do was send out a ping to all of the phones of the kids that were at that party, get proper warrants, especially these people that are saying, I was the last one to talk to her, I was the last one to see her. Those are all suspects. I mean, if you want to go live and listen to MC and do real-time reviews, I'm down for that.
That was supplying lighting to that area because it's pitch black out there.
I'll listen to you catch up on MC while I'm trying to relax and knock out.
That's an interesting question, right? Who came with the generator to provide the lighting?
Absolutely. Yep.
Also, where did all the glow sticks come from?
Mm-hmm.
Was that part of it too? Because I'm kind of thinking that it was.
Look, and in the beginning, everybody said Sammy set up the party, and then it quickly turned to no, 3 guys, and one of them wasn't there. Like, everybody's blaming everybody else, so nobody looks at Sammy. No, the Mexico trip is definitely fucking Mexico. Like, I literally went into Google Street View and walked along the fucking beach and found the exact place with the little, I don't know what you call those little hay. They're like little bars. Like, I mapped out exactly where that photo was taken. That is taken in Mexico. It is taken, okay, so if you look at the coast of Mexico, I can't remember the city that's right there. But if you look, you're going to see like a sea turtle sanctuary / sea turtle like place. And then right next to that is a place where you rent horses to ride along the fucking beach. That's why I can't stand that lady, because she doesn't do her fucking research. She's dumb as fuck. She does not do her research. Anybody that does their research would know that Gunnar Locke's photograph that is taken of her is it would be east side of Lake Tahoe, over where secret beaches they tell on themselves in the fucking in their own comments. It's not a secret anymore. Secret beach is at Tahoe. That picture was taken August 1st. These people are saying Kylie wasn't alive before August 1st. Yes, the fuck she was. Yes, the fuck she was. Yes, the fuck she was. Gunnar Locke and 3 other people were there. 1 person took the picture of the 3 people. There were a total of 4 people that were chilling that day in Tahoe. That picture is in Tahoe from August 1st, which proves life for Kylie. And then the picture that what I believe is the Neiman family, Mags, and Kylie all went to Mexico. That woman that's in the picture with Kylie on the horse, I think isn't that Sally? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Scarecrow definitely came 11 months too late. Yep. And she don't know nothing about nothing, and she's trying to just like forget she feels like another Megan. Forget everything that you ever learned. Why would I forget everything that happened in the beginning? Why would I forget that? The most substantial information to get to the truth of Kylie. Why would I forget that? I think that lady is a distraction. I think she's the plant out here pointing at everybody else that hears for truth for Kylie. She's the only one that's here? Absolutely not, ma'am. No. There are so many people here collectively working to get to the truth for Kylie. Nah, Misty needs to take a flying fuck. She needs to go spend more time with her kids. It's absolutely what she needs to do.
And the fire that we see burning, or at least I believe was burning in the fire can, because something is
there's a
stationary
fire, yes.
and it doesn't move. Once in a while you'll see something overshadow it. That's just cars moving in front or people moving in front.
You can watch the fire dwindle down and then restock
the light coming
the
to
log
the
at like 3 a.m.
In my opinion, there were several cars, right, in that area, and as they passed by the fire, it would create a dark. You wouldn't see it for a minute, right, until it passed.
Where the hell is it at?
But there was a whole lot of activity going on in that area.
Yep.
And there's no fires allowed in the sanctuary as far as I know. There's only designated areas in the campsite areas or in the main community area where I saw that. I'm not sure exactly where it is, that big old huge fire pit that I saw out there. It's got to at least be like 8 or 9 feet in diameter. And there's picnic tables. There is where I walked down to the water when I went to Trekkie last. Everyone knows them. I needed to get to the water.
Alright, now I need to draw with my pen. Now I need to draw with my pen. Yep, that's exactly what it is, Miss G. I think she is another distraction. To distract you away from the fact that somebody killed Kylie.
In just a few months, I'll be right back over there.
Yeah, if you keep thinking Kylie is alive, yeah, you're never gonna get to the truth. That's why she's so confused, because nothing she says makes sense.
And it was the first quarter moon that night.
Absolutely,
so 50%
Jade.
Exactly
Agree with that
is
too, honey.
illuminated, while 50% exactly. And I'll tell you, the moon.
Yep, Nana, you got it.
At 12. Let me see for a second. Let me think here for a second. Yeah. 12:23. The moon set that night.
Young man Isaac, you want to clarify what you're talking about before you get banned from my channel? I would prefer you to clarify what who you're calling a bitch and what you're talking about.
Then the car was not driven. In my opinion, the car was not driven down to the shoreline where the water would be. Because what we're listening to right here is Grady's investigating the 14-second pause that the car had before it went into the water. Which also states that if it were to be Kylie, which we know it wasn't, why would she stop there? And then go, oh yes, there's the lake, I think I'll drive into it. After all the headlights were on. I know it's been said, hey look, you won't be able to tell the water's right there, even if your headlights are on. That may be true. The only thing is, Kylie was from that area. And also, she was not inebriated or drunk, according to the autopsy. Unless, that is, the toxicology reports. Unless, that is, there's a mystery agent.
Jazz is here. She said, hey, everyone. Hey, the night crew. She's here. Jazz is here. No, I would like Isaac to clarify what he's saying, though. Young man Isaac, stop talking about other people's kids, bitch. I don't know if he's talking about A or J. I don't know if he's talking about me, but I'm going to talk about whatever I want. At least I make sense.
Or substance.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I thought I was in Photoshop. I'm not.
Of sort that we don't know about. That they did not detect in the 172 tests that they crossed off on that toxicology. Either 172 or 173. One of those two numbers is what they tested for. Do I think Kylie was unalive?
No, I'm not. I'm not on StreamYard. I'm in OBS. I can't do a panel. I just marked up my photo.
No, I think this was a collaborated effort, and I think there was a conspiracy to take Kylie Rodni's life that night.
Yep.
At that place.
I don't disagree.
And at that time.
I don't disagree.
Are we still thinking there was a fight? Yes. Absolutely yes.
Yep, I think there was a fight. I think that's what everybody wants to distract us from.
In the 27 minutes, or sometime after the text went through, right? At sometime between then.
You can't
the
see them?
Happened, right?
They're there.
It's
right above Jade Hunter's. I'm watching her and replied, comment, and clown her. I ain't gonna lie, I do that. Yeah, I don't know who Isaac is.
You have limited
Are you from
time
Truckee? I don't know.
Catch it
I don't know what's
at
going
a
on
certain phase. Now, here's the question that I have in my mind when we're talking about the moon having an effect and energy force, you could say, on the events that were happening on planet Earth at that time, right? Ooh, I just got chills. Holy. Anyhow, okay.
I don't know if someone hit him or not. I can't tell that. I'm using OBS. It doesn't tell me all that.
To do with what happens here, right? So as such as the sun. But the moon, it's mystery, the darkness, the secrets involved in it and all, right?
Oh, come on.
So here's the thing. If you go by what Charlotte Green showed of the fire cams, the one we've seen is bad. Well, like the original fire cams, you know, that were very difficult to visualize anything, but you still were able to, just from the lights, right, where they traveled to, and how long, the duration of the time that they traveled along the shoreline and pretended to, you know, that mass exodus at approximately 0037
Miss
a.m.
D's writing or something.
Of course, a.m. 0037. The time that Samantha said Kylie called her was just before the mass exodus, if you would want to call it that. Because there weren't 400 people and there wasn't a party there, right?
I don't know where he is. I don't know who he's talking to.
The senior farewell party at the sanctuary at 9 p.m. on August 5th, 2022. Hey, in my opinion, that's a cover-up then for the Fight Club. Hey, what does that? What does it mean to you, or what do you think about when you hear them say, "Look"? Sammy said, remember, there was groups of people, right? Let's say in different cars. So it's almost like they were in groups. In my opinion, it was a setup, illegal gambling, money was involved, right? And the whole thing was to take Kylie's life and make it look like she did it to herself. And they succeeded in doing that, by the way, as we know.
Oh, now I need an illustrator again for the font. But it's still a mystery
why Lindsay...
So what I'm going to do with this image is I'm going to use this silhouette and I'm going to put something along the lines of, did you ever really give a fuck about me? And I'm going to make t-shirts with that. I don't know, I'm going to keep playing this for a little bit.
Was willing to accept all these things that were being told to her. Pardon me. And taking everyone's word for it and not being there in person. Because I feel that had she had been there in person, it might have had more of an effect on her, yeah? That's why, how you know that the devil has his claws in deep, in this case, as he does many others like this, where atrocities of unmeasurable amounts are done, and no one's ever able...
Yeah, either Sammy never left, or Sammy, Kylie, and other people were in a vehicle together. And it possibly could have been a split between Kylie's car and somebody else's vehicle. It's just, it's odd. Y'all need to go and listen to Who Killed Kylie Rodni Part 3. Timing changes everything. Miss G, I'm going to drop your link to your thingy. Y'all need to listen to this in the full. It's absolutely incredible. Miss G, are you going to go live and do MC reviews or anything like that? Are you going to go live? Or are we done for the night? Because I know I need to go lay down. It's already 3:23 and I know Fee will be up by 9, so that'll be 6 hours of sleep for me. Technically 5 if I go lay and listen. You going to go live? I'm going to play this
Able to be accountable for it.
While we chat. Yep.
Okay.
Why is this on the screen? I don't understand that.
Let's hear Gray Hughes. We might have a commercial. So, nope.
That's right into the water. That's right down here. Okay, so
I don't understand why that's on my screen.
14 seconds, or See, here's the thing, everybody. This is what we know.
Oh, it's her phone. Okay, I see what it is.
Kylie was in her own vehicle. It was being driven.
You're not, babe. Okay.
Down into this area and then into the water.
I'll do this for 6 more minutes and then I'm gonna hop off. I need to go now.
Driven, not by Kylie.
Kenny, you're in trouble. I'm gonna spanking.
Into the water at 12:33 to 12:34. Her phone quit pinging at 12:33.
No. 12:30, Greg. 12:30, Jack. At 12:33, she was already in the water. Yo, Jack.
No, but that's the thing is, data's saying
Remember how he said that?
They are saying, the police is saying, FBI is saying, like, the FBI is saying her phone last pinged at 12:33 because it was shut off. That's what I believe.
Talking to Shan, maybe. Allegedly, in my opinion only, but my memory might not be serving me correctly in that.
Wait, let me rewind that.
I think he might have even been talking to Shan, maybe.
Who?
He's all, yoo-hoo! I think he might have even been talking to Shan, maybe.
Yeah, no, he's not talking to me.
Allegedly, in my opinion only, but my memory might not be serving me correctly.
Yeah, no, it wasn't me. I wasn't in Gray Hughes live. I didn't watch him live.
Shan, if that occurred or not.
There was a woman on his panel that he kept talking like that to, and then he talks to his chat like that all the time when we're not going along with him. Like,
and eventually
he was being.
Oh my days! Yeah,
like,
Nana, get your ass to bed. What the fuck?
Kind of like having like a little hissy attitude with somebody in chat. Kylie did not drive herself into the lake. Period.
No, seriously, Miss G, go look. It says 12:33. The FBI is when Kylie's phone was turned off, powered off. No more service.
Period.
The no more service could be it going in the water. The no more service could be somebody smashing it so that they can cover up evidence. On all the records I've seen, it's 12:33. Matter of fact. "12:33 a.m. Snapchat data shows ping in same location at campground." And then 12:33. I know there's a link that goes to it. Ooh. It's a statement from the FBI. 12:33 is here. It's a 12:33 is a statement from the FBI.
Till the end of time, Kylie didn't drive herself in the lake. Kylie didn't drive herself in the lake.
No, that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying, and then this is where I have problems with the fire cam footage, because you have SF slipping and saying that there was like lights there and there was a reenactment and what? I'm gonna have to re-listen to SF. Like, I need to go back to the beginning. I think we need to go back to the beginning and start listening to things like in order. Some.
We need to think about what we're gonna announce if we are successful in getting an airplane.
Matter of fact, let me see if I can find a screenshot of the FBI saying her phone was last pinged.
An airplane flying by with her name or something on it.
I know,
or, you
right?
know those dudes that do it out of bubbles or whatever? They create those messages in the sky out of bubbles. That would be badass, bro. Anyways, I don't believe the chart. The reason why it turned out the way it did the other night
The
is
phone
because the
continued to
timing
ping
isn't right.
after 12:30 a.m.
Not the time that... Okay. The timing of Kylie's death is what I mean.
But I know there's an FBI statement.
If
Man,
her
that
death,
shit's stuck on my
the time
screen
of her
now.
death changes, the phone ping does not matter. The phone ping does not indicate
Oh my god, why
the
can't I
time
get
of
this
death
off my screen?
for Kylie Rodni. We do not have the time of death, and we do not have the cause of death. Okay, let me say that again. There is no clear time of death.
Nope.
Or cause.
Dude, why is this stuck?
That is a huge issue.
I think my whole screen's stuck.
Well, because they refuse to do their jobs, remember?
She was found in her vehicle in exactly the same spot.
He's
So
rude.
when you put all that together, we know for certain that her car went...
It makes sense.
Yeah, and
to
he
me
did the
that
same thing
immediately
to
after
her.
her life was taken at midnight.
Oh, I need to take my
Within 3 minutes, they had to come to the conclusion, look, we need to shut off her location right now to buy time to get all these other assholes out of this area so that we can handle what we need to do, right? Because now it's time to make it seem like nothing ever happened, okay?
Yeah.
And boy, did they work good together. Boy, did they work good together, then they're a bunch.
For the water at 12:33 with her in the vehicle.
Remember,
Same with me, Kenny.
They're built different.
Now, one thing we don't know for certain, I think it's...
100%
Yep, if anybody saw anything grotesque.
She was the one driving the car after being intoxicated.
No, ding ding doorbell,
Is it
no.
possible?
No.
Ding ding
No,
doorbell.
No. See, this is what we do. Hey, go, Jack. You spoke way too soon to toxicology. Evidently hadn't came out yet.com.
No, it didn't. Not yet.
That means you're wrecked.
Yep.
Thanks, bye.
Man, I'm hungry.
Somebody else.
Oh, man, I'm making a roast. Let me go turn my crock pot down.
Like they have done this before.
And just hasn't told anybody.
In a
for
different
fear of
place
being
and in a
in
different
trouble,
time.
Driving drunk that led to the
I
death
believe she was
of
sacrificed
another
that night.
individual. I've said that
And I do
many,
as well.
many times that is a remote possibility
I do as
that
well.
it does exist.
I miss Nova.
The car pauses for 14 seconds right in this area and then turns. And then heads off into the water.
But I don't know if I really like that word as much. I look at Kylie's death now since last night. Before, yes, I would use the word sacrifice, but now I don't want to use that word anymore. I don't like it.
What do you mean?
I damn well don't like that word. Kylie was an offering, if anything.
Mama loves you. Go lay down.
Because she was so bright, so beautiful, and so talented, and so pure. That's why she was chosen. For no other reasons.
See, this is why I love...
And whoever said...
I love doing late night lives. I love when Miss G does late night lives because I love when we all get together and we just chit chat and y'all chit chat amongst yourselves and I do random things and I don't know. If I can't sleep at night, I might randomly do stuff like this, even if it's from my bed. I might start going live from my phone. Fee and I made a deal today. For Christmas, he got a brand new laptop. His old laptop, he stepped out of bed, and when he stepped on it, he stepped on his laptop and cracked the screen. And it's not anything that still can't be used, but I mean, it's hard to see through. I've decided I'm going to hook it up to like my TV. I'm going to hook it up for whenever I do like screen printing. So expect me to be going live from the laptop while I screen print and stuff like that. The only thing I have to do is get a webcam for it because the camera, it's kind of cracked across the screen where the camera is. So once that comes in, I'll start doing lives while I... Yeah, yep, Jade. I agree with y'all. Look, I'm right here with y'all. But yeah, like, this week I'm gonna take some time off because I really need some time to just lay and relax and spend time with Nova and Phoenix and stuff like that. But come Friday, like, I'm gonna start doing a lot more lives while I do screen printing and just chatting and giving everybody a chance, even if it's me screen printing and you guys talking about Kylie or whatever. Dr. Dre is alive? Dr. Dre never died. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Dr. Dre is alive? He is alive. He never died. Wait, I'm so confused. Why are you saying Dr. Dre is alive? I'm confused.
Says that I want to kick them in the nuts. Male or female, and I don't care who they are. LQ.
Theo Vaughn interviews a coroner and says
I don't know
a little
her
bit
from
about
Daniel Eve. Face it.
Water. Noelle Marie, if you can find that and email it to me, I would be more than happy to take a look at it, even if I can make a video based upon it. But yeah, I would love. Oh, Draw Latina. Okay. Wait. Shan, did you see? Yeah, I showed that earlier today, Jade, where Sam Brown was promoted, and so was that other dude. Yeah, I did that in my other live. This is my second live today. I just wanted to do a live specifically for Kylie.
Check yourself. Offering to wipe the other sin away.
Near the end, there's a sharp right turn, so the car lightly turned and left.
Who? Draw Latina? No, she didn't. Not at all. She got scared into silence. I know exactly what happened to Draw Latina, and I understand exactly why she's not talking anymore. I won't let people talk badly about Draw Latina. She's done nothing but good for Kylie.
Like how darn will.
Hi, Murder Spines. How you doing, honey?
Like, go wash your mouth out.
My email is at the bottom left of the screen, babe.
Like, what the heck
Do you see
on
at the
God's
bottom
good earth
left?
are they talking about? And that's an abomination to God, too.
Where the green.
And in my opinion, Hi, Granny. Yeah, where'd Granny go? Hi, Granny Squirrel. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. Yeah, we're reviewing things because timing is...
Yeah, I'm reviewing reviews because I feel like I didn't talk enough about Kylie today, and I apologize. Like, as soon as I ended my live, I was like, all right, I'm going to hurry up and get my shit done, and then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to go live and just do a live for Kylie. I'm really glad that we have YouTube, and we can use it as an opportunity for us all to get together, even if it's to, you know, chat about Kylie in the chat and stuff like that. I want to give you guys the opportunity to come together and talk with one another and collectively, you know, talk about this. That's our freedom of speech.
Timing is everything.
Square is, and it went into the water and drifted.
Kenny, I'm right there with you. I think the damage to the car that's important.
Slightly this way because of the current. Okay, so let's just play the video.
Yeah, a little witch. Talking smack on Kylie and not even being able to show her face. Yeah, I bet.
Right now. So on your left is the video from Verna Kiely called Kylie Rodni Night
Absolutely
Drive
turquoise.
In the upper right.
So Verna Kiely was out there at night, late at night, right? Driving. Cannot possibly drive yourself from the hatch. And as for Nick, AWP, your shocked response.
Yeah, I covered Sam Brown.
Comment said so.
I covered it in the very beginning of my first live tonight.
You know. It's very nice to see you, Granny Squirrel. Thank you for joining us.
This is my second live tonight. So I did my first live, and I didn't talk about Kylie as much as I really wanted to. I had so much other information that I wanted to kind of just discuss, get out there, get people thinking. Especially about Megan Walsh. Y'all need to start looking into that. I know I am, because that shit is just whoa. Okay. All right. Then you saw it. Okay.
I agree, Sandra. He showed us.
Yeah, he almost died of an aneurysm, yeah.
How devastating it was to find Kylie Rodni. And I don't believe for a cotton-picking little minute.
Cotton-picking minute.
Not for a New York minute or any other minute on her.
Nope.
That he only saw her shoes. And from her calves down. Never.
No, because...
Once you notice there's a
the problem that I have with that is... Okay, so in the beginning, he said he saw her from the waist down. That's how he knew she was floating downwards, right? And then he says in another interview that he saw her leg and her sock. And he remembers that her shoe, because I remember, and this is why I made the video based upon what he responded. He said her shoe was like a goldish yellow, which would imply that she had white shoes on and they were submerged in that murky water. That's my opinion. That water has a greenish hue to it. And that sure would turn white shoes like a goldish yellow color. That's just my opinion.
Body.
Somebody needs to tell the truth for Kylie, though.
You're gonna automatically go to their eyes. I don't care what anyone says. Unless you're just a person that never looks at anyone in their eyes at all. You're like talking to someone.
I have a picture of a Toyota or of a white pickup truck, but I don't think it was a Tacoma. I know which one you're talking about. I think I have them on my hard drive somewhere.
And you're looking at their knees.
Yeah, he said he saw skin. I remember that. And then what's really odd, and I'm not trying to discredit him, but really what's really odd is in the one part of his like third or fourth interview, where he says that he learned in training to look at their eyes. Well, sir, you said you didn't, you implied you didn't see her face, so why would you say about look, if you would have known what you knew now, that you would have looked at her eyes to see if they had the blood pooling in them, like for strangulation or something. I don't know, it's just odd things I pay attention to. All right, Noelle, thank you, honey.
Or something, that's odd. And in my opinion, not a very believable thing. But as you wish.
You see her vehicle.
And let me take this opportunity to once again state my opinion on why Doug, as he put it verbatim, it was a good opportunity to put Nick out there.
What makes me sad is there's more women out here doing what some of these men should be doing, which is telling the truth for Kylie or trying to get to the truth for Kylie.
In front of me.
Got reputations to protect.
Yeah, I bet it was. Hey, Rebecca. How are you? Great to see you. Thank you for joining us and thank you for being here. Picture not of Kylie. Refusal by elite to respond to inquiries. Follow the law with disclosure. People being sued. YouTube videos pulled down. This is a cover-up. Not a natural death.
Yep.
Thank you, Rebecca, for that.
Yep. I'm gonna leave that right there. Y'all go finish watching Miss G's live. Again, I'm gonna drop the link in chat. Y'all definitely go watch this. I'm gonna go lay in bed and finish listening to this for a third time because it's super important. I wish I could stay longer. I just really can't. I need to get some sleep tonight. Like I said, Phoenix already has a delay. I have a feeling school's gonna wind up possibly being canceled with the snow that we're getting and with how much ice is out there. And with it being Martin Luther King Day, they're not going to touch roads till about 5 or 6 a.m. So we'll see. I just got to be prepared for whatever. I know me, and if I found my target where it was said to have been searched thoroughly, and I find her there not far out, I would video and look at everything thoroughly. Absolutely turquoise. Yeah, the men here are not men. That's, yeah. Miss G absolutely rocks. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like everybody's story changed, and I'm sorry, the truth never changes. That is my whole point. Is the truth never changes. The truth shouldn't cause you to stutter and stammer and backpedal and tell multiple narratives. The truth comes easy. Tell the truth for Kylie Rodni. I love you all. Thank you for being here. I'm not sure if I'm going to go live before Friday, but if I do, just stay posted. I'll make sure that if I do, if it's a random one, if it's while I'm screen printing or whatever, that it's while nobody else is going live. Unless it's somebody that I'm just not paying attention to, then I apologize. But until then, till we meet again, I love you all. Thank you for being here for Kylie Rodni. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you sometime this week. Love you guys. Have a great night. Blessings. Wait, she says wait. Okay, all right, I'm waiting. Hurry up and wait. All right, I'm waiting. Hurry up. Come on, Miss G. Miss G, you should think about going live. I love when you do your reviews, but if not, I'll catch you the next time you do. I love you guys so much. Have a great night. Justice for Kylie Rodni. Love you too. Love you, Miss G. Love you guys. Have a great night. It's cold.